Wake up. Ah, man. Power Plays Palace, man. We back again. Let's get to the chart. Get to the chart. So, on yesterday, it was Monday, man. Let me tell y'all, you can see some crazy things on a Monday. But we had some pre-market high of 743 on 35 and a pre-market low of 738 45. And what we were saying is that if we were going to be bullish above the 743 level and we were going to be bearish below the 738.45 level, and we were going to be looking at targets on the upside if we broke above the pre-market high of 747, 750, and 752.81. And if we had a pullback and then a bounce, we was looking at 741, 743, and 747. And on the short side, if we had a rejection short near the 743, we had the 743.80 and 743 as the entry, with our target 740, 738.45, 735.53. And on if we had a breakdown short, then a brief pullback for a continuation down, we was going to be looking at an entry around 738.20, 737.50. Target 735.53, 733.50, and 732. And so that was the chart from yesterday. Okay. So let's look at the SPY, what SPY did yesterday. Now, SPY yesterday, it opened right here at 743.31, right there in that zone. It gave us a brief pullback to establish that box at 741. It ran all the way up to 744. But then it started to settle in, then it got a brief little pullback down here to around the 740 area before it actually made a nice move up back to 745. Now, once it got to that 745.33, which was the high of the day yesterday, it started to pull back. And it pulled all the way back down to the 739 area, 740 area right here, because it's like 740.08. So it's pretty much right there at 739. And then you had to push up, came back, but you see this VWAP right here? It came back and it touched the VWAP at 742 before it went all the way down and established the low of 738.20. And then from there, it kind of consolidated for the rest of the day. And you can see in the overnight, it went all the way down to 736.90 before this morning it opened up on a brief little gap up, because it closed the night at 738.65, but it opened up this morning at 740. So it's almost $2 move up on the open. And as you can see, because I left my VWAP on the line on it, it's been playing around the VWAP all morning. Established that 743.35 area as the pre-market high, which before it went crazy yesterday, that was the pre-market high, but it moved up in the pre-market before it came back down and opened up and stayed in that range. So we back on that again. And so that's the range so far this morning, 743 to 739 on the downside. It's like a $4 move. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, and so let's look at the chart for today. With all that being said, let's look at the chart for the day, man. That was a wild word right there. So right now, what we have is we at 743.35 as the pre-market high, and 739 is the pre-market low, and what we have right now, that's a nice little range. So what we'll be looking at is if we can stay and break out above that 743.50 to 744, we'll put our stop at 741.8 and set our targets at 745.33, 748, and 750. And then if we get a support, if we get a little pullback before it starts to move up, we'll be looking at an entry around 739 to 740. With our stop below 730, 750. Targets being 741.50, 743.35, and 745.33. And that'll be if the buyers are trying to stop and defend those levels before it break down, because it'll do that sometime. You'll start get a little pullback, and they market, they'll say liquidity pullback, where they're trying to get more buyers to come in before it pushes all the way up through whichever level of resistance it's trying to meet. And then from there, on the bearish side, if we get a rejection around that pre-market high, we're looking at an entry around 743, 743.80, with our stop above 745, target 741, 739, and 738.20. And that's if it get a failure at the pre-market resistance, and it could, push down. But if we get that, if we get a pullback, we'll be looking at an entry around 738.80 to 738, with our stop above 740.50. Target 738.20, 736, and 733.50. And that'll be right there if it breaks below the pre-market support levels. And so what we'll be doing, and that's what we'll be looking at today. And we're going to see if it goes above that 743.35, that means we're bullish, can push up. And if it goes below that, that means we're bearish. It can be a push down. And what we'll be doing is we'll be being careful, trying not to force it, and just wait on the market to come to us. And if everything goes like it should go, then we'll be fine, man. And that's what we're doing. And we'll have a lot of fun today if the market can move like it did. Yes, it was good moves. If you were there to execute when it was time. And then just prepare for everything that's coming down the pipe, man. Let's have some fun with it. But that's it for today, man. It's Power Plays Palace, man. Please safe. Stay in your trade. Do not, try to get too fancy with this stuff, man. Stay disciplined and follow the market and do what you have to do. And then stay in your trades. If you want to, set your levels and take profit at those levels and get in and out, man. But that's what we on right now. So let's have a good one. You see that green candle just popped up, broke past that VWAP right now, right before this thing closes. 8:30 right now, so an hour before the market. So, oh man, it could get strong today if it break and hold above that VWAP, man. You see what we had on yesterday, so let's see what happens, man. But that's where we at today, man. It's Power Plays Palace, man. It's your boy. Hey, man, I'll catch up with you tomorrow, man, and we out.